Hi guys, it's Amy from Little Farm Quilts. We're going to give everybody a couple minutes to log on here. We've got a whole production crew here tonight. We have my husband manning the computer, so he's looking at any questions that come in. We have Courtney who's manning the camera so that maybe we can move around a bit if I decide to do so. Up in our game here a little bit on the videos as we get closer to our sew along. We are starting this coming Tuesday with a skills video. I will post that sometime Tuesday evening, showing you how we're going to cut your fabric. And then we will start sewing next Sunday evening at 7 o'clock. So there's one caveat to all of that. My long arm is due to be delivered next Sunday. So keep your eye on post. If we have to reschedule this sew along for either a little bit later, a little bit earlier, I will let you know. But I'll try to give you enough input to be able to adjust your schedules. But it's somewhere around 7 o'clock. It's been an interesting weekend here on the farm. I guess everybody must know, but if they don't know, I work as a nurse, a home nurse, during the week, Monday through Friday. And I decided to pick up a little extra this weekend on Saturday. And while I was out working, my husband was mowing our yard back by the beehives. And apparently the bees got a little upset. So he has about 25-30 bee stings, we think, right? Yeah, so he's had a rough 24 hours processing all the bee venom through his body. I think he's starting to feel better now, but so we had that happening. We've had a busy weekend with grad party, our family reunion. Not feeling quite well enough this morning to go to church, so we didn't do that. We didn't do our normal Sunday schedule, so it kind of threw us off a little bit. But do we have anybody logged on, Courtney? We do. Hi, everybody. So we've been talking a lot about selection of fat quarters. If you watched me, I think it was last night, I did an impromptu live with my selection of fat quarters. So here I have what I've chosen to use to sew along with you. So I've got my blacks, my grays, because remember, if you watched last night's video, you know I switched out the grays because what I originally picked did not work. And then I have my two white prints, and then I have my solid white that I've chosen to use for the border. So you guys should be picking out your fat quarters, and you guys should look at the video that I posted last night about contrast. We're looking for a pretty decent contrast between the grays and the whites. If you look at the sample here that I'm working up, you can clearly see, I've shown you guys the sample several times before, the differentiation between the grays and the whites. They don't look the same. You need that contrast, otherwise the whole piece is going to just muddy all together and it's going to look very similar. And that's not what you want. You want to be able to see your piecing. You're going to work hard on the piecing. You want to be able to see how that works. We're going to be cutting on Tuesday, so I'm going to review the tools you need again. This is my long ruler that I use. If you plan on quilting past this sew along, you will need one of these long rulers. Use your 30% off coupon that Joann's has this week and get one. You'll need a rotary cutter, whether it's this one or the big one, doesn't matter. These are also, I recommend getting Fiskars only because Fiskars has a lifetime warranty on their product. So if it breaks, you contact them and they replace it. I have scissors, fabric scissors, that I don't allow anybody in this house to use for anything else. They are my fabric shears. And just because we all make mistakes when we sew, you're going to need this. We call it Jack the Ripper, and it rips out stitches. So get one of these. And get a good one, not a cheap $1 one, so that you can get stitches out without ruining your fabric. What I'd like you to do between now and Tuesday is iron your fat quarters. So open them all up. They'll all come in, usually they come in squares. Open them all up. Get them nice and pressed, nice and flat, because you're going to need them well pressed and flat to be cutting squares out of them. You'll do yourself some favors by getting them as flat as you can, so you can steam them. I personally do not put water in my iron. I have a spray bottle of water that I use if I need to steam them. And I also, a lot of times, will lightly starch the pieces. Hold on, Court. And I just use the cheap starch from Walmart. It helps keep the fabric nice and in shape and keeps it from shifting when you cut. So those are some things you need to get ready. What else? Any questions? Nothing. So we're going to pan over for just a second, because if you see the tape spot on the floor, you will see where the new long arm is going to go. And hopefully by next weekend that will look a lot different than it looks right now. Hi, Cindy. Trisha. Yeah, he wasn't feeling good about that. Hi, Crystal. So everybody should be getting their fat quarters together. If you have any questions, please let me know. Tuesday night skills video will come out, and then Sunday night we will go live and we will actually sew together. You can send questions to me, either comment on this video, I go through them and I'll answer them as the week goes on. You can send them through me as private messages through Facebook. However you can get them to me, you can give them to me at my email at alittlefarmquilts@gmail.com. And if you have any questions, just let me know, okay? Next Sunday we're sewing, so be right back here Sunday at 7 o'clock and be looking for my skills video around Tuesday evening, all right? Everybody have a good night. Bye.